I see the importance that you put in clarity, and sometimes, depending on the type of person you are, well, like myself, I want things to get done, I want to move fast. Sometimes it's with intuition, and sometimes it's with just, whatever energy. But to take the time to slow down a little bit and put things clearly has a tremendous value. So that's good for you.
Absolutely.
All right, so number 3, episode 3 on the Broker's Desk with Milena Durocher. How are you, Milena?
Very good.
What's
Thank
cooking? Good. A little impromptu interview conversation. We're going to test the boundaries a little bit of what we've done before and use this as a platform to say and talk about what you'd like to do moving forward, your career as a businesswoman, what you've planned for the future. What are some of your dreams, your ambitions? A couple of things that are important to you in terms of values. What do you value as a businesswoman? What's important to you in business?
I would say transparency is very, very important to me. So I always want to make sure that my clients and I are on the same wavelength and that everything is very clear from the start. So there's no misunderstanding and no disappointments.
I see that from you, having been working with you now a little bit. I see the importance that you put in clarity. And sometimes, depending on the type of person you are, well, like myself, I want things to get done. I want to move fast. Sometimes it's with intuition, and sometimes it's with just, whatever energy. But to take the time to slow down a little bit and put things clearly has a tremendous value. So that's good for you.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, where do you envision yourself a little bit later on in life? And I'm not talking about in terms of transactions. I'm saying as a woman, as a businesswoman, as a woman tout court. Like, what are some of the things that are important for you to reach, let's say, in the next 5 years?
I would say just to have a reputation that is established in the business and to have a good ethic of work. I think that's very important to me. So that's really what's important to me, is to have a good reputation in the real estate business, and that people who've worked with me can say that I'm not only good at my job, but I'm also someone who they can trust in.
And personally, what are you looking to reach? What are you looking to accomplish?
I'd say that I just want to keep having these great relationships that I have with people around me. I think that's my biggest blessing in my life right now, my friends, my family, and I value that very, very much. So just to have these relationships around me that are going to keep evolving. I would say that's like the biggest treasure that someone can cherish. So my relationships.
The relationships, awesome. I think we were both fortunate to witness the interview before with Christina Miller. She talked about a book that was impactful in her life. What's a book that's been impactful in your life, other than Atomic Habits?
I would say Think Like a Monk.
Okay.
I think that's what it's called. It touches very different aspects of life, relationships, your relationship with yourself as well. Negativity, success. So it has an approach from someone who's been a monk for like 2 years.
Who is this? Jay?
Yeah.
No. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Jay Shetty.
Shetty,
If I'm correct. So, I would say that book had a really great impact in my life, and I highly recommend it to anyone.
One of the places that you've been happiest on earth?
I had a really great time this summer with my best friend in Spain. Was very, very fun just to be with my best friend that I've known for like more than 10 years now. And we just felt like super young together. Like, I'm young, but even younger, and just free and just living the present moment. Sometimes in our business, we feel like there's always something going on. You always have feedbacks to do, follow-ups and everything. And just to really be present with my best friend, that was something that, I really enjoyed.
Somewhere you haven't been yet?
That I want to go to?
Sure.
I would say Japan. And
why?
Because it's such a different culture. I really want to, you know, like explore different cultures and just to feel like I'm learning and I'm being like a witness of like a different culture. So yeah, that's a country that I really want to visit, and also Tanzania.
Mm.
Yeah.
Who is somebody that's had a significant impact in your life?
I mean, lots of people. I think
First one that you
everyone.
think of, somebody who's maybe guided you, maybe helped you through a hard time, or maybe through negative situation that you found something positive.
Honestly, I would say that everyone around me has been very impactful, just like you. I mean, you've helped me with some transactions. My friends have been there for me as well. My family has been there. So I wouldn't say there is really one in particular that was more impactful, but everyone around me had an impact in some ways.
So you try to find that in everyone that you...
Yeah, I think everyone has a purpose in your life, and you just have to seek it and be willing to learn from them.
What do you want to be for other people?
I want to inspire people around me to, first of all, health is very, very important to me. So I think that I had some impact around my friends just to make sure that they eat healthy and that they practice any type of sports like yoga. I've been very, very...
You've been very consistent with that.
With my yoga, and I've brought like 6 friends with me. So
7.
yeah,
I did the hot yoga, by the way,
true.
that
That's
one
true.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So just to have an impact around, you know, like having a good hygiene and to be positive as well, and just to treat everyone with kindness. So I hope that I've been inspirational with that.
Okay. If you had a piece of advice that you can give yourself when you were, let's say, I don't know, 18 years old, what would it be?
Believe in yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now I'd like you to look at the camera there, and you're speaking to Milena in 10 years from now. What do you want to tell her?
Believe in yourself.
Awesome. Fucking consistent.
Yeah.
There's no... Okay.
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. And be willing to be open to challenges and to, you know, like life in general. Yeah.
Is there something that helps you overcome the challenges? What do you do when you face adversity? What do you ground yourself in?
I try to take a step back, and rather than just feel the emotion and let it just take over, like, you know, like my thinking, I try to take a step back and maybe talk to someone that I trust, that I can value their opinion, and, you know, like think about the other party that could be involved in the situation.
Try to see things from both sides and then take one side.
Yeah, when you try to understand the other side, it helps you to navigate throughout your own feelings and emotions and just to try to find a solution. So, yeah.
Awesome. Simba, you want to talk about that?
He's my
he's
my rock.
Your rock, your pride
he's
and joy.
everything to me. Yeah, yes. My dog. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. I love him too much. I mean, if I start, I'll just won't stop. So,
yeah, definitely.
I love you.
Nice.
If you ever listen.
Very nice. Very nice. What do you enjoy the most about the freedom that real estate can bring you? Is there something very specific about this line of work that attracted you to it?
Well, I would say we're very lucky to be able to meet all sorts of people in very different fields. Just like before, I was able to meet Christina, and I think she's very inspirational. She's a powerful woman. And in other contexts, I mean, I would have been able to meet her. So, you know, like...
You're right.
Yeah.
When I started in real estate, one of the first things that I realized was that this is a powerful stepping stone to all kinds of opportunities, and to always try to develop the ability to see opportunities when they're not obvious, but to go about it in a relational way.
Yeah.
You know, try to give before you ask. And then you never know where it could lead you.
Yeah. It's just like when I came back from vacation, I was in the plane and I saw the man next to me, he had his phone and he was on prospect.
Okay.
So I was like, well, obviously he's a real estate agent, right? And I just started to speak with him, and he was a really nice. He was a great guy, and he told me about all of his experience, and turned out that he works in Laval as well. So we might do a transaction someday together. But it was just nice to have a conversation with someone that's maybe I would have really
never had.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. So yeah, I would say that's something.
Have you always been this outgoing, or is this something that you've developed?
I think I've always been very curious about people, and very, open as well. So I like to meet people, know their stories, and so I think I've always been like that. But real estate for sure has led me the opportunity to, do it more often and do it just, with more purpose as well.
Sure. If I were to hire you to represent me for the sale of my house, what is it that sets you apart? My experience in working with you is?
I would say transparency, trust, clarity, and I always have my clients' interests at best. So,
in terms of numbers, profitability, and the time invested, how much of, say for instance, the average of the 200 GCI that your agent makes comes from your business versus from his own or her own?
I'd say about half of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've been doing this for 12 years. I did only that in my life, started at 18 years old. So I've been knocking doors since 12 years.
Do you still do it?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
In Magog, so it's not big, So if you stick around long enough,
people are going to know you.
They're going to know you if you do well.
If you do well. Well, that's somebody said to me. In fact, one of my first real estate mentors, David Knox. It was video cassette, DVDs.
Wow.
And saying in real estate, you just need to be there. You don't even need to be good. If you're there, people call it. If you're good, well, then you get to stay in the business.